Okay, I hope you had a great time articulating your vocabulary from lesson 3. Now, there were some adjectives, some descriptors. I know if you had a hard time with grammar school or grammar being taught in school, a descriptor is an adjective. That means it's describing. It's yellow or it's big or it's tired. And a noun is going to be a person, a place, or a thing. A verb, action, to cry, to sit, to run, okay? To complain, to laugh, to point, okay? Got it. So write those down just in case you forget, in case I throw out words like verb, noun, adjective. Verb, action. Noun, person, place, thing. Adjective, descriptor, yellow, little, tired, big. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We are going deeper with vocabulaire from lesson 3. Now, in lesson 3, the very first thing that you see right after your speech drills, just before your vocabulary, it's smashed in between those two things, is a little rule. It is called the abbreviation rule. This is not a big deal. This is letting you know that when you see a slash in the workbook between two words, that lets you know it can be said both ways. For example, in this lesson, you can say aller or al. That's your word in vocabulaire 3. Aller means to go. Al means to go. You can say those words interchangeably, except you cannot end a sentence with an abbreviated word. That's all. You can say go there, aller là, aller là. But you cannot say I go with an abbreviation, moi al. Cannot abbreviate a word. I'm not talking about contractions of two words. We'll talk about that later in lesson 6. I'm talking about one word, abbreviating one word. You cannot say al at the end of a sentence, okay? For example, I could say I go, moi aller, but I cannot say moi al. Can you use aller and al anywhere else in the sentence? Yes. Aller can be used at the beginning, in the middle, in the end, everywhere. Al can be used at the beginning, in the middle, everywhere, except the end of a sentence. So tuck that in the brain, okay? So right now, what I want to do is I want to go deeper into these sentences, but these vocabulary words. But before I do that, I have to ask you a question. Qui j'en relais? Qui j'en relais? I like to pop in the greeting vocabulary from lesson 1 so that you can remember it. Because the moment you step off a plane in Haiti, you're going to hear people asking you, how are you? Qui j'en ye? And you will have friends, people you're meeting, who ask you, what's your name? How are you called? Qui j'en relais? Okay? So I want you to répéter, how are you called? Qui j'en relais? It's a R to an L. Relais. Répétez. Relais. One last time. Qui j'en relais? My answer would be, moi relais Gloria. I am called Gloria. Moi relais Gloria. I want you to répéter the first two words after me and then say your name. It's good to practice answering this way. Moi relais. Remember to add your name. Moi relais. Great. We're ready now to go deeper. Let's plonger. Plonger is to dive. Répétez, plonger. Let's dive in, okay? The first word that I want to hit on, it's really not a word. It's two words. I want to compare the word di with parler. Remember, this is in your workbook. This is your lesson 3, vocabulaire, okay, in your workbook. All right, excellent. So we're going to do this again. We are comparing di to parler. What's the difference? Anytime in English you want to say, to tell, you use di. Anytime in English you want to say, to talk, to speak, you use parler. That's it. I want to parler with you. I want to talk to you with you. I want to speak to you with you. I do you that. I tell you that. I say this or say that to you. The next two things that I would like to compare are aider versus a word that's not in your list. So write this down. Accented E, D. Aider means to help. Ed is the noun. It's the thing. It's the help. What's the difference? I can aider you. That's the verb. Action. I can help you. Or I can give you the noun. I can give you ed. So let's say that you need a pair of glasses. I can aider you by giving you a pair of glasses. Or this is the help you need. I can give you ed. I can give you help. Okay. And remember, whenever you have questions about these videos and you go, I didn't get that, go to the Learn Haitian Kreyòl group. And if you're not a member yet, ask to be added as a member. And you'll be asked a bunch of questions. How much Kreyòl do you know? How can you contribute to this group? And just say, I am doing the Learn Haitian Kreyòl with Gloria program. Automatically, we will add you to the group. And you can ask specific questions. Now, the word fait. I like to say fait is a magical word because it means to do and it means to make. But you are going to hear it a lot in Haiti. You are not going to memorize all the different ways to learn fait, but you can make complete words with fait. It can serve as a compound word, meaning fait and another word can be compounded together to have a whole different meaning. For example, you learn the word to eat is manger. That means to eat. But it also is a noun. It means food. If you say in Kreyòl, faire, manger, knowing that faire means to do and to make, well, instead of using the word cook in Kreyòl, which is in the back of the dictionary, you can simply say faire manger, make food. Then that means to cook. Bonus word, because you know I like to give bonus words like I just gave ed. If you want to say someone in Haiti has a small business where they're selling something, as you've noticed in Haiti, people sell things outside in the streets. They sell clothes, they sell mangoes, they sell jewelry, they sell medication. If you want to say that someone does that, you could say that they sell whatever they sell. You learned the word van. If I sell mangoes, I could say van mango. Répétez, van mango. That means to sell mangoes. But you can also just say fait commerce. Remember, we have no C in Kreyòl, so that's a K. Fait commerce means to sell things. That's it. That's it. The person might sell mangoes, medication, eyeglasses, bottled water. You can just say that they fait commerce. So let's pretend that Mary sells things at the outdoor market in Haiti. Here is the sentence I want you to répéter. Mary fait commerce. Répétez. Mary fait commerce. That's it. If a child draws, you can also say make designs. Fait dessin. Répétez. Yes. Répétez. Fait dessin. Exactly. Because we don't have the word to draw. So you would be literal. Haitian Kreyòl is very literal. You would say make designs. Now, another word in your list, another vocabulary word is fin. You know fini, to finish? The abbreviation was fin. Now, if I'm done doing something, in English, I would say, I'm done talking to you. Okay? I'm done eating. All right? But if you want to say, I'm done telling someone something, that does translate into Kreyòl. It's kind of our way. It's another way of saying already, in a way. Not exactly. We have words for already, which you will learn later. But if I want to say, I already said that, I can say, moi fin said that. I'm done saying that. It's not rude to say that. It means I've already said it, basically. For example, if someone said something to you and they repeat it to you a second time, like I do, just to help you remember something, and you want to say, I'm done hearing this. I've already heard this. You can say, moi fin tende, which is a vocabulary word you learned. Moi fin tende ou. I'm done hearing you, meaning I've already heard you. Répétez, moi fin tende ou. Moi fin tende ou. Bien fait. What does that mean? Well done. Bien fait. Okay, so this next word usually makes people really edgy. When my daughter and I did the online lessons live, every time we were teaching the word fog, some people got very uncomfortable because it sounds like a word in English that's none too nice. But I assure you, this is not a bad word. Fog in modern English means must. I must go. You would use fog. I must eat my food now. You would still use the word fog. But remember what I told you about the syntax of Haitian Kreyòl? Kreyòl has the same Haitian structure as the old European sentence structure. So in English, what one word means in that sentence is a phrase to us. Fog to the Haitian speaker means it is necessary plus the preposition. It is necessary to. It is necessary for. It is necessary that. It means the whole thing. And you're probably going, right? Yeah, that's the same thing as must. It is necessary, so you must do it. So what's the difference? It's the syntax. It's the sentence form. It's how it goes in a sentence. In English, I can say, I must go. But in English, I cannot say, it is necessary that go. I would reverse it. It is necessary that I go. It is necessary for me to go. It is necessary to go. So, this means that the subject, the person, comes after. It is necessary that I. It is necessary for you. It is necessary to boom. Right? That's very different from English. In English, you can say, I must go. In Creole, you cannot say, moi fok aller, because that means it is necessary to go. You would say, fok moi aller. Répétez, fok moi aller. It is necessary that I go. Modern English, that means I must go. So if I ever tell you to translate, I must eat, you will not do it in the English format. You will not say moi, must. It is necessary that I. Fok, go, eat, jump. No. You will put fok before the subject. I must eat. Fok, moi, manger. Répétez, fok moi manger. Bien fait, bien fait. And it can be attracted to fa. And when we contract words together in lesson 6, I will talk to you about how to abbreviate it with a pronoun. Instead of saying fok moi, you would contract moi to just an M, and you will abbreviate fok to fa to form fom. It is necessary that I, but don't worry about that right now, okay? Okay, so the other thing I want to compare is we from last vocabulary list with gade. We means to see. Gade means to look. Remember, the prepositions are included. To look at, which means to watch. We don't have a lot of synonyms in Creole. We don't have a lot of words that have the same meaning. If you're looking at TV, you're watching TV. If you're looking at me, you're watching me. That's gade. But we means to see. If someone is doing something they shouldn't do and you want to say, I see you, you can say, moi, we, ou. Répétez, moi, we, ou. But if you want to tell someone, I'm looking at you, you would say, moi, gade, ou. I look at you. Répétez, moi, gade, ou. That means I look at you. Okay, the next word is gain and gain. All right, it is written twice in the workbook, but I want you to ignore that because basically it's the same concept. It's going to feel weird hearing that because it doesn't go with English. Because Haitian Creole and English are not compatible. Creole, English do not equal. Okay? So the true form of the word gain means basically to have. That's the true deep meaning. In English, you have the word have and has. They're basically the same concept, right? So they're the same word for us. Gain. I have a glass. Moi gagne a glass. Okay? But it also means has. If I gave it to someone, I would say she has a glass. And you would see that she has a glass. But gagne also means there is, there are. Why? I have a glass. There is a glass in my hand. Same thing. I have a glass. There is a glass in my hand. If I were to tell you to do an exercise, let's see if you'd get this concept. Close your eyes for a moment. When you close your eyes, I want you to imagine a picture based on 2 sentences that I give you. The first sentence, the room has people in it. I guess you can figure out the second sentence. There are people in the room. Do you see the same thing? Yes, you may open your eyes. You see the same thing because if the room has people in it, there are people in the room. So gagner means to have and has. And it means there are, there is, because it's the same concept. Now, when you hear gagner at the beginning of a sentence, you know that it means there is, there are. Why? Because no one has anything. There's no one starting the sentence. She has, they have, we have. It's just gagner starting the sentence. Gagner. There is, there are. But if it's a subject and then gagner, you know that means have or has. Gloria has, they have, we have. Gagner being the first word lets you know it means there is, there are. So that will make it easy for you to remember. Another thing is, gagner means to win. Why? Old European. I've told you this. Old European. The reason gagner means to win is a long time ago when someone won, they would say, I have it. So that's why in Kreyòl, it still means to win. Okay, let's move on. You learned that the indefinite article in lesson 2 is yon. Y-O-N. Yon. In English, it means a or an. A dog, an apple. In Kreyòl, a boy. Yon garçon. Répétez, yon garçon. In Kreyòl, if I want to say there is, which is gagner, a boy, yon garçon, I can connect gagner and yon together. And it sounds like this. Gon. So I'm just saying the G and the O-N. Gon. Répétez, gon. Gon. So let's contract gagner and yon together. There is gon, a boy, yon garçon. Répétez, gon garçon. Gon garçon. Gon garçon. Gon garçon. Bien fait. Now, today you learned the word joindre. I want to compare it to your last vocabulaire in lesson 2. Recevoir means to receive. Joindre also means to be on the receiving end of something. In English, we would tell someone, did you get my message? We're not asking them, did they go and get the message? We're asking them, did they get it? Did they already receive it? That's when you would say, joindre. Did you joindre something for me? Did you already joindre it? That's why joindre also means to find. If you want someone to go and get something for you, you use the word chercher, which means to go look for. Chercher is also in your vocabulary that you have been learning, your verbs. C, H, accented E, C, H, E. Chercher. If you want someone to go get something for you, you say go chercher it. If you want to know if someone got something already, you ask them, did you joindre it? And you can also say recevoir, to receive it. Recevoir is a very interesting word. We do not have the word welcome in Kreyòl. You're welcome to my house. Okay? We would say in Kreyòl, we are happy to receive you. Nous comptons recevoir ou. Répétez, nous comptons recevoir ou. Nous comptons recevoir ou. Bien fait. Now, con, just con by itself. Con implies regularity. You put it in front of a descriptor or an action. Moi con dormi. I regularly sleep. Does con mean regularly? No. Con has no meaning in English. It is implying that something is a habit. If you go see your mom frequently, you could say, moi con, I, implying regularly, we, maman moi, see, mother belonging to me. Répétez, moi con, we, maman moi. Répétez, moi con we, maman moi. Bien fait, bien fait. Now, Kute and Tunde. I'm always surprised that the questions I get, some of these you're going to hear me going over them and you're going to go, well, that's self-explanatory. I mean, come on. The reason I go over them is because these were things that people asked many questions on. So bear with me. Tunde means to hear. Kute means to listen. Anytime you want to say to hear, you say Tunde. Anytime you want to say listen, you say kute. It is literally that simple. Okay? Now, I just want you to know that marcher does mean to walk, but it is also the word used for the outdoor market, which is where Haitians go to do their groceries and their shopping in Haiti, outdoors. So you can go to the marché. The reason we call it marché is you're walking through it. You're not going indoors. You are walking through the marché. So the next three words are my tricky ones, okay? Mene, prend, porter can be interchangeable sometimes in English. Mene, prend, porter. In English, you could say, I led her to the hospital. I took her to the hospital. I carried her to the hospital. As in, I brought her to the hospital. We don't do that in Kreyòl because Kreyòl is pretty much very literal. It's literal. It's literate and it's literal, okay? I can mene someone who's capable of moving on their own somewhere. I will get back to that. I will not prend somewhere because to take someone is literally to be a little bit like moi prends-li. I took it. Like this book, I prends. Moi prends-li. I take it. Moi prends-li. Répétez, moi prends-li. P-R-A-N, prends. Because the R stays down. Prends. So to take is very literal. The only thing you can say that's not literal with take is a vehicle. If you're taking a ride, if you're taking a tap-tap. Tap-tap is our public transportation. It can be a big pickup truck or a bus, but you can say that you took a tap-tap. Répétez, moi prends yon tap-tap. And if you take a ride, you could say, moi prends yon lib. Répétez, moi prends yon lib. And now you know how to say, I want a ride because you learned the word to want, to desire. V'lez. Répétez, moi v'lez yon lib. Moi v'lez yon lib. So what about pote? In English, I could say, I bring my mom to the hospital. But in Kreyòl, pote, to bring, is like carrying. You pote something that cannot move on its own. You can pote cement. You can pote a baby. You can pote a cat. You are not going to bring the horse to the vet because you cannot pote it. This is where mene comes into place. Mene is used for to bring and to take something that can move on its own. You mene mom to the hospital. You mene your donkey to the vet. If someone is going to give you a ride, you do not say, prends me somewhere, take me to the guest house. You do not say, portez me somewhere, portez me to the guest house. You say, menez-moi. Lead me there. Giving me a ride, you're going to mener me. If you're walking with me to take me somewhere, you are going to mener me. Got it? That will help you because remembering that English and Creole are not compatible allows you to know mener means to take the lead to bring someone somewhere. They can walk on their own. Porter means to literally bring, as in to carry them. Prends means literal, you're taking something. Okay, I'm feeling good. Now, the next word, mettez, the only thing I want to say is because it means to put, remember it includes the preposition on. So if you put on a shirt, you just mettez yon shirt. Put on a shirt. Mettez, put on yon a shirt. That's it. That's all. Okay? So now, in Creole, we have a word montrer, which is in your vocabulary. Montrer means to show, to demonstrate. In our culture, if someone is saying, let me teach you something, we can use the word montrer because what we're saying is, let me demonstrate something to you. But the word to teach is not montrer, it's enseigner. Write this down. A-N-S-E-Y-E. Enseigner means to literally teach. This is a teacher, not a pastor who is going to montrer you something, who's going to demonstrate something to you, show you something, but a professor is going to enseigner you. Répétez, enseigner. Enseigner. Very good. Now you had another word, râler. Râler means to pull. Because it means to pull, râler also you can say to crawl. If a child can crawl, you say they râler. They crawl. Okay? Sometimes we say they râler their body. Râler corps. That means to pull body, which can mean like they're pulling their body along. So if you hear someone say that about their child, it just means that they are crawling, okay? So most of the time when people get to the word rete and sispan, they freak out on me because they go, rete means to stop, sispan means to stop. No, Creole and English, not compatible. They don't mean to stop. In English, you have stop. In Creole, we have to stay, to remain. That's rete. And then we have to suspend. That's sispan. If you are being honorary in school, you will be suspended from action. You'll be suspended from attending. So if you want someone to stop an action, sispan parler. Stop talking. Répétez, sispan parler. Stop action. Suspend action. If you want someone to stop, they're the object, they're running, and you want them to just stay in place, stay, you would say rete. That means stay. That's why in your greetings vocabulary in lesson 1, we say qui côté ou rete. We don't say where do you live. Creole is literal. You live in your skin. We say where do you stay? Where do you remain? Rete means to stay. If a child is running to me, I have 2 ways of telling them to stop. I can say rete. They're an object. They're going to stay in place. Or I can say sispan courir. Suspend action. Stop running. Or I could just say rete. They will understand. I can just say sispan. And they will understand. Rete is referring to the object. The car is an object. When it stops, we would say the car rete. But when the driver stops driving, we would say the driver sispan, action. He sispan, driving. Okay. Remember, if you have questions about any of these, ask in the Learn Haitian Creole group. Okay? Okay. So there is a word in there, tomber. Tomber means to fall, guys. There's like nothing, no other meaning except for cultural meaning. Tomber does mean to fall. But if I were to just start going, we would say tomber ri. Old English would be she fell out laughing. No one says that anymore. It means to suddenly do something with a lot of energy. If a child bursts into tears, we can say burst into tears. Péter, crier. Répétez, péter, crier. She burst into tears. Répétez, li, péter, crier. But I could say she fell out crying. Répétez, li, tombe, crier. Bien fait. Okay, so right now I want to give you 2 bonus words. One is a word and one is an expression, actually. The bonus word is tale. Now, a lot of people who go to Haiti say, I thought tale meant to wait, because every time they say tale, I wait a long time. That's because of Haitian time. Haitians are not in a hurry to go anywhere. So tale, it means to wait. T-A-L, accented E. But literally, it doesn't mean to wait. It means soon. Remember, your vocabulary has ton, which means to wait. It really means to wait. Tale is like saying wait culturally, but it means soon. So it's trying to tell you it's worth the wait because it's going to happen soon. What does tale mean in English? Soon. What does it mean in Haitian Creole culturally? Soon, but you're going to have to wait. Répétez, tale. Tale. People always ask me, and this is why I'm giving you this bonus. How do I say to someone, that's yummy. I'm in Haiti, I'm at the guest house. They just made the most delicious food, and I'm just going, messy. Li goût. That's an expression. Don't break it down into it's yummy, but expressively, that is what it means. Répétez, li goût. It's that G. Li goût. Bien fait. Remember the 80%, we don't say li goût. Li goût. It's yummy. Okay, so I want you to remember, if you got this video and you pretty much understood what's on here, please give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up means, whew, we're going deeper with vocabulary for lesson 3. Then download it so that you can listen to this over and over again until you understand all the concepts that I presented in this Going Deeper video. The next video is going to be on say and yay, which basically means to be. I'm very excited to do this video with you, but I will tell you it is very different from English. So you're going to need your thinking cap. You're really going to need your thinking cap. I teach this in 2 lessons. That's how difficult it is for people to grasp. So I want you to put on your thinking cap and get ready for the next video on say and yay.